Hello, everyone. We are here.
This is what I get for bringing things up.
With the Let's Play that I promised, assured, in downgraded graphics, because I'm used to the 3D version. Also lower FPS, because I'm used to the 3D version. It is Majora's Mask. Oh my goodness.
This is what I get for bringing up that game. Why did I do that?
I don't know. Did you bring it up? I don't remember the conversation.
I'm pretty sure
I don't
I did.
remember the conversation, so whatever.
I guess it doesn't really matter because we're here now
I'm gonna
anyway.
screen share over to him while you guys watch this beautiful intro. That is beautiful. It doesn't look very beautiful within not 3D, but hey.
It was beautiful at the time.
Yeah, it was.
Sort of.
I'd say it was good looking at the time.
For N64 standards,
Yep.
sure.
So, yeah, there's this is The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. It's a good game. It's my favorite game of all time for people who don't know. So
Basically, in other words, I'm gonna have to keep my complaints to a minimum.
yeah, kind of to an extent, but I'm not gonna be. I don't think I'm really this. Even though it's like my favorite game of all time, it's not really a game that I just sort of gush over like randomly. You know how, like, for example, some games I might be like, oh man, I love this song here. Like there's like a lot of games where I'd mention that. This is like one of those games where I feel like I won't really mention that a whole bunch. Like I won't be like, oh, I love this about this game so much, or I love this aspect about this game so much. I mean, I might pitch in a word here or there, right? But I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I love this so much. I love this so much, and you know, this and that. And I won't be like gushing over the game 24/7. But I did just want to mention this is my favorite game of all time because it just is. There's a lot to go into, and I'm not gonna go into why because it will be just like that Final Fantasy 13 rant video, except praising a game instead of ranting about a game.
Don't worry, I have plenty to rant about. I don't hate this game, but
The Legend of Zelda.
it's not my favorite.
Majora's Mask, and I'm emulating it naturally, so you're gonna see some weird graphical effects probably. And no files are saved because I unfortunately swapped hard drives. So we're gonna name ourselves Yogaidr, as you would say before you knew how to pronounce the name of our channel.
Oh, I still pronounce it that way.
Yeah, but you do it ironically now. Yogaidr. There we go. Look at, we barely fit. We could put a period, but that'd look really weird, so I'm not gonna do that. I spelt it correctly, so we're all good.
It would almost be better if you like mix up the I and the A or something like that.
Dude, it'd be pretty great. So here we go. Majora's Mask, 100% playthrough of this game. I'm going to be doing it. In the land of Hyrule, there echoes a legend held dearly by the royal family. Something, I didn't get to read it.
Don't think about
A boy who, after battling evil and saving Hyrule, crept away from the land that made him a legend. By the way, I do like to read the text in the game. Done with the battles he once waged across time, he embarked on a journey, a secret personal journey. Oh my. A journey in search of a beloved and invaluable friend. And that's someone that everyone else hates. A friend with whom he parted ways when he finally fulfilled his heroic destiny and took place among legends. Then you hear Navi.
Even though in this timeline, literally no one remembers him.
Pretty much. But I do like, I just want to mention to him, because unlike the Wind Waker Let's Play, I actually do like reading the text dialogue in the games. I did it when I streamed the game. Maybe that's kind of like where I got the habit from. When I streamed all the Zelda games, I read all the text dialogue and such. The text boxes, whatever you want to call them, all the dialogue. I read the everything. So yeah, expect me to read everything unless we're doing like repeat dialogue stuff, then it's just like skip through it and be like whatever. It's just like a habit. So yeah.
Be fun, but I expect fully voiced dialogue for Epona.
Oh, that'd be great, man.
And all the animals.
I wonder if the new game is gonna have dialogue, voice dialogue.
Well, the trailer had it.
It did. I can't even remember. It's a floating mask.
Well, we're all screwed.
Oh, never mind. It's the Skull Kid.
I was about to say this is going to be the shortest Zelda game of all time.
Yeah, you just have to smack it. Hee hee. You two fairies did great. Yeah. I don't give everyone voices. I just, you know, read them out loud. If I gave them voices, oh my god, this would be a really difficult game to narrate. I wonder if he has anything good on him, because I'd be narrating every character. There's so many. Huh? This guy. Well, that shouldn't be a problem. Yes, it is. Even the fairies. Look at the fairies. Can't you see their faces? Even they know there's a problem. You know, something that I think goes underappreciated, kind of, is to an extent, is I think like the animations here are pretty well done for N64 standards. I could be wrong though. It's been a while. Oh, what a pretty ocarina. Hey, Skull Kid, let me touch it. I wanna see. You can't, Tail. What would we do if you dropped it and broke it? I mean, how could it even hold it?
What?
No way, you can't touch it.
I don't know, that ocarina's seen some pretty bad times, so I don't think you're gonna break it by just dropping it a couple feet.
It just dropped a couple feet.
Exactly.
Aw, but sis, why can't I try it out too? Probably because you can't hold it, you're fairies!
You're just a couple glowing dots.
Look at Link's face. His eyes are just like, what the fuck you doing, dude? Is he gonna push him? It looks like whenever Link does that, it always looks like he's gonna like push Skull Kid when he's just trying to grab him. I just imagine Link being like, I'm gonna shove you. And by what I meant by the animations were pretty good, I meant like the like ragdoll effect they did on Link. There was not really a lot of like ragdollish effects in N64 games. So like seeing that stuff and then thinking about the time, like the time period, is like, you know, that's actually pretty impressive.
The only other game I could think of at the time, like off the top of my head, that kind of did that was the Crash Bandicoot games, but those were on PlayStation 1, which had a lot more work with, space-wise.
So, I'm not gonna, I don't know why I'm collecting rupees here, because I already have a plan set in stone. I always do for the first 3 days. That's probably what this part's going to be dedicated to.
I was going to ask that. Are you going to stop after the tutorial, or are you going to go for the
Probably the first 3 days, because the tutorial's so quick. And there's the flipping animation, which is in barely any other spots in the game for some reason or another.
It's only in this game, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, it's only in like select spots. It's like where there's short jumps that in succession. They have that just to make it look nicer, to make it less boring.
I guess.
I mean, to be fair, it does make it look less boring instead of just hopping from platform to platform. At least it looks like you're doing something, even though you're having no actual input.
I guess, but I really can't figure out why, when they had such a strict deadline schedule, you could have just made a new character model, but no, you decided to make Link flip.
I know, it's really weird. So what's with that stupid horse of yours? It doesn't listen to a word that's said to it. And, Link with the blank face. There's no point in writing a thing like that, so I did you a favor and got rid of it. Hee hee. He should say tee hee. Aw, boo-hoo, why the sad face? I just thought I'd have a little fun with you. It's not fun. Oh, come on now. Do you really think you can do something? I couldn't read it because it was too fast. Something I actually don't like about... It's not this game, but there's effect here that I don't like coming up. It's the blur effect. It's something that can kind of, be eye-draining. And they do it a lot in the cutscenes in this game, and I don't know why. I think it's just to say, hey, you can look at our processing power. Actually, does it happen in this cutscene?
It doesn't really bug me in this game. There are some games that it happens where it bugs me, but not really here.
To me, it's just in any game where it's like that, it just bugs me. So it's not like the game's fault inherently. It's just in general, I hate it.
I've gotten a little less tolerant of it over the years, especially with in-game motion
I
blur.
hate.
I always have to turn that
Same.
off.
I hate motion blur so much. Hee, that's a good look for you. Oh no. Well, stay here looking like that forever. And then he just floats backwards into the door because magic or something. Oh, that tickles my left ear. Tail hitting you? Or is it Tattle who sits with you? I always forget if it's Tattle or Tail. Yeah, it should be Tattle. You're right. Sis! You're supposed to say, brother! Whoa, Skull Kid,
Yes.
wait for me.
Tattle.
I'm still here. Tail, you can't leave me. You can't leave without me. Okay, it's Tattle. Yeah, Tattle for some reason like tickled my left earphone when she hit Link earlier, which was weird.
Well, good for her.
You, if I wasn't dealing with you, I wouldn't have gotten separated from my brother. Well, don't just sit there, Deku boy. Do something. I like how Link has literally no animation. Like, he's literally just like...
He's the
yeah, exactly. Why are you looking at me like that? What, is there something stuck on my face? No, I think he's like petrified, like legitimately. You should probably help him. Will you stop staring and just open that door for me? Please, come on. A helpless little girl is asking you, so hurry up. Are fairies like little girls? That's a real good question.
Well, Tail was the older brother,
Yeah.
right? So
Oh, Tail, I wonder if the child will be alright in his town. No, but I mean, wouldn't a fairy have like an old age? That's what I'm thinking of in the top of my head. Like, I forgot how zoomed in the camera is in this game. Ooh, it's been a while. It's been a while. So there's someone calling our home phone, but guess what? I don't pick that up.
oh, okay
Hey,
then.
wait for me, don't leave me behind. So, that stuff back there, I, apologize. So, take me with you. She's a liar. Who just apologizes that quickly? You want to know about that Skull Kid who just ran off, right? Well, I just so happen to have an idea of where he might be going. Take me with you and I'll help you out. Deal? Please?
Wow, you are so quick to double cross your friends.
Good. So then it's settled. Now then, I'll be your partner, or at least until we catch that Skull Kid. My name's Tattle, so it's nice to meet you, or whatever. Pfft, I don't care. Now that we've gotten that all straightened out, can you stop messing around and get moving? If I figure something out, just press C up and I'll tell you. Hopefully you'll manage to get without my help. Oh, you know what I need to grab? I'll grab it in a moment. Or maybe in between parts, because I don't need it now. I have a sheet that I've kept for, I think, literally like 10 years. That has every song written down on it. I have it for both Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. So
Wait, why do you have it for songs?
so then I can, well, I kind of remember them in my head, but if I need to like take a quick glance, I don't have to pause my game and take a look at, what's the code to know the song for Ocarina playing.
Oh, you
Yeah,
mean
for the.
I thought you just meant like background
No,
music.
not that. No, I wouldn't need that.
Well, you're not even gonna need it until the very end of this part anyway.
Yeah, so that's why I was saying I'm not gonna get into like the end of this part, and I have to get used to pausing a lot too. Oh, I'm gonna miss the 3DS version already. I can sense it in my feet. I mean, it is spooky month.
So is this the first time you've played the N64 version since the 3D one came out?
Yes, because I thought there would never be a need for me to. Well, look what ended up happening. Hey, come on, you press Z and talk to me.
Maybe someday or year when 3DS emulation gets better, we'll do that version instead.
I could. There you go. See, you can do it if you try. When I fly over to people or objects, use Z to look at them and so you can talk to them. And Z targeting, talk to people even if they're far away. There's barely any occasions where I actually use this, for the record. If there's no one to target, you can use Z to look straight ahead. That's what I always do, yes. And somebody just came to my door.
That one actually hurt.
But enough about that for now. Looks like someone else is going to open it for me. Come over to this tree and check it out. If I am called, though, there will be a quick pause in the recording. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pause the recording. See you guys in literally and we're back. Second. Wasn't even for me. You guys didn't even get to see any little cut or anything, it's strange, but the way you look at it now, it sort of looks like a tree. It looks all dark and gloomy, almost like it could start crying any second now. How sad. It's like a creepypasta.
What are you saying about Link then?
It's like a creepypasta right here. Look at that face. I think it's like the thumb. That might be potential thumbnail.
No, you probably shouldn't talk about creepypastas and Majora's Mask in the same sentence, because you know what's going to come of it.
Right. Ooh, upside down. We actually were just in the forest temple right there. It just got a little makeover is all. So here's Clock Tower with the infamous Song of Healing.
We don't get the song healing yet, do we?
Nope, not yet, but it's time to just go into town. You've met with terrible fate, haven't you? Hi. Scared.
But that is the best reaction of any character in any Zelda game ever. And the most appropriate.
I own the Happy Mask Shop. I travel far and wide in search of masks. During my travels, a very important mask was stolen from me by an imp in the woods. So here I am at a loss, and now I found you. I'm just a kid, man. Now don't think me rude. That's worded so weirdly to me. But I have been following you. He's a...
I mean, it makes sense.
It does. It's just worded strangely. For I know of a way to return you to your former self. If you can get back the precious item that was stolen from you, I will return you to normal. Okay, so this guy's deal makes no sense. No extent. No, because I read exchange. In exchange, all I ask is that you also get back my precious mask that the imp stole from me. And he teleports, no, because he's just the heavy mask salesman. What?
So, you know, for the longest time I thought it was just because it was an N64 and they couldn't afford to have the extra graphics.
No,
the 3DS version doesn't.
It's an actual, like, I think it's supposed to be a character trait to make him seem more mysterious, which makes sense. Why, to someone like you, it should by no means be a difficult task. Except, the one thing is, I'm a very busy fellow, and I must leave this place in 3 days. How grateful I would be if you could bring it back, or how grateful I would be if you could bring it back to me before my time here is up. Sometimes I have issues reading in this game, I don't know why. But yes, you'll be fine. I see you are young and have tremendous courage. I'm sure you'll find it right away. I wonder why I have courage.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
Well then, I'm counting on you. See, like, he teleports right there in real time. It's really weird. But no, it's a character trait, of course. And then we're gonna go into the town. So I already know how I'm gonna plan out my 3 days of doing this.
If I'm to make a guess, the first thing you're doing is you have to get that fairy, right?
Yes, that is true.
Which will actually change depending on what time of day it is. You should probably show them both.
I will, and they're gonna see it naturally by playing the game, or by me playing anyways, because you do have to do it if you like 2-3 times, regardless. He gives me the creeps. That masked salesman. Sorry, just thinking aloud. The 3 days, even if we never sleep, that still leaves us with a measly 72 hours. Talk about demanding. Well, don't just stand there. We're gonna see the Great Fairy. Look, you want to find the Skull Kid, don't you? The Great Fairy will know what he's up to. She watches over everything. Yeah, And just between you and me, the Skull Kid is no match for the Great Fairy. Go to the shrine here.
Now, they keep bringing this up in the Zelda games, and I don't think I've ever seen the Great Fairy do anything.
Yeah, they really don't. They just like point you to the right direction, I guess. That's it. You'll find the Great Fairy in there. The one here actually kind of does something for you. She gives you.
Most of the time, though, this one lines up here. If I give you this, will you leave me alone?
Oh no, I forgot. Wait, hang on. We have to deal with this cutscene every single time. Get used to it, folks.
And you have to watch it no less than 2 times, probably more.
Yep, pretty much. It's my private property. Don't try to use it again unless you accidentally walk next to it. Then the game is just like, heh. So here's where one of them is at, and this is the one that's here during the day.
Just floating there, chilling.
So the skill set, like every character, because you transform, has a skill set. Please, hear my plea. The masked kid has broken me and scattered me to pieces. Find a way to return me to the fairy in the North Clock Town. This guy is running at high speeds. Look at it, Sonic!
Oh, wow, you are going fast.
Sonic's been spotted.
I don't think I've ever seen him run that fast.
But yeah, there are, of course, if you've never played this game before, there are transformations. They all have skills. The one this character is spinny attack, which is actually really nice early on. And then, oops, you didn't see that. Yeah, I did. It's not like it matters. Like, I don't, like, ever use these things.
You're gonna lose them all when the part ends anyway.
Yeah, that's very true. So I'm gonna quickly go over to her, and I'm just going to ignore everyone right now. I'm just going to basically do. Oh God.
Oh. You did say when we were.
Ignore him. Ignore him. Ignore him. Ignore him. Ignore him. Ignore him. I mean, actually, we have to talk to him. Hi, Tingle. Oh, he's even scarier on this game.
He is.
What's this? A green clothes, a white fairy. Sir, could you by chance be a forest fairy? Look at his neck all stretched out. This is scary.
What's this? Green clothes?
Oh my. My name is Tingle. I think I am the same as you, sir, a forest fairy. Alas, though I am already aged 35, no fairy has come to me yet. My father tells me to grow up and act my age, but why? Oh, he's looking at Tattle, I think is what's going on. Yeah, he is! I tell you, Tingle is the very reincarnation of a fairy. Now, while I stand here waiting for a fairy of my own, I still have maps to help out my father. Oh, look at his actual map, if you can see it, when he's not jumping around. Lucky, you're so lucky to have a fairy. I know, we should be friends. Yes, in exchange I will sell you a map for cheap as my friendship. Wow. Look at the actual, like, thing he has written on his paper.
Well, I can't see it because the screen's too
The
small.
texture is really weird. It's really bad. It's funny.
What is this?
It's like a really poorly made map. Will you buy one of Tingle's maps? Yes, we're gonna buy Clocktown. Yippee! Get a map of Clocktown. You can find your way around town now.
Yay.
Woohoo. Well, call again.
Please don't.
Tingle, tingle,
Yeah,
Oompa! These are the magic words of Tingle created himself. Don't steal them. So, he's a weirdo, and also, if you've never played this game before, which is kind of weird at this point. I mean, like, if the 3D version didn't come out, I'd be like, yeah, okay, I can understand why people haven't played this game, maybe.
It came out at the very end of the 64's life cycle.
Yeah, but
so...
it's like, at this point, it's like, you should have played it by now.
If you cared at all.
So, Tingle sells maps for less whenever you are close, or for whatever area you're in, so there's no point in buying the ones for the higher price, because you do need rupees in this game.
Yeah, unless you have a ridiculously large amount of rupees, which does happen.
Yep. And I was just saying, oh no, the fairy, because she noticed the fairy is kind of broken into pieces, but we already got the thing ready.
I'm not gonna bring it up, but
pointy tits. Tattle, and you, young one of the altered shape. You know what's funny about me saying that? They don't even fix that in the 3D version because I guess it's
worse.
It's a staple for them. Thank you for returning my broken and shattered body to normal. I am the great fairy of magic. I thought that the masked child was helping me and I grew careless. All I can offer you now is this. I shall grant you magic power as a sign of my gratitude. Keep it. Woo! And then she gives you something else when you're normal Link. And then, yeah. Link just looks like he's gonna pass out when he gets this.
Oh, don't worry. He does it every time he meets a fairy.
You might hear some construction in my house because there's something going on, but it's okay. It's not going to be too loud.
Oh,
it was just a drill. They're doing some electrical work. You've been granted magic power. I don't need to read this. Basically, I just got bubbles to shoot. The man who lives in the observatory outside of the town may know of the school kids' whereabouts. Be careful. You must not underestimate that child's powers, young one. If ever you return to me in your former shape, come see me. I shall give you more help. Woo wee!
Well, you couldn't make that any more blatant if you tried.
Yeah. So now we have to go to the Bomber's get the Bomber's notebook.
If you're gonna do that first, or if you were gonna do the Harpies.
I will be doing that after I do this. And there's the mailman, just doing his thing. I'm gonna do this first just to get it out of the way. I like how he's like clueless. It looks clueless.
Yeah.
Are you the one who just popped that up there? I mean, who else would it be? Not bad for a Deku.
Literally, it was that mailman.
Exactly. He tossed like he ninja starred a mail at it. No, the mailman's too dedicated to his job to do that.
Well, I think he can still do it as long as he reclaimed the letter.
Yeah, that's true. The bombers have a hideout that leads to the observatory outside of town. You need the code to get in. Maybe I'll tell you what it is, but don't think you're getting it that easily. I can't just tell you what the code is. You'll have to pass my test first. Are you ready? Yes.
Yay.
Alright guys, line up.
So,
If you can find all 5 of us by tomorrow morning, I'll teach you the code. That's really generous for the record. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready.
it's generous if you know where to look.
And luckily, for the most part, I do. But they changed it in the 3D version and the normal versions.
They just hit a couple of kids in boxes.
Yeah. Oh, you caught me. There's only 4 left because there's 2 on the east side of town, which is where we're going now. Like in this version, but in the other version, in the 3DS version, there is not. They hit them around, and they're not in the spots that I'm used to. Like the one up there on the roof that you saw, and then the one holding the cuckoo. They got rid of the one with the cuckoo, and replaced him and put him in a box.
There's one hidden in a box here, and I think the other one hidden in a box is in that area you got the ferry.
No, the main town. Aw, you caught me.
Oh.
3 left.
Well, that would explain why it's
Yep. So here's also, for the record, if it's nighttime, this is where you would get the other ferry.
Yeah, you just fly up to towards the center.
Also, one clever thing I want to mention about the kid being right here is it actually teaches you there's a second way to get up into this building. It's a subtle thing, but the game does teach you it. It's subtlety. There's no kids here in this version. I don't think there is. I can't remember there being anyone here.
Yeah, I don't think there is. I think there's one by the river and one west. Is that it, or are
They
both
should be
west?
both west, if I remember correctly. I sometimes
It looks like it's just
sometimes
the
I
one.
forget where these guys are. Unfortunately, it happens. Also, we're just gonna ignore the banker for now. Hello, kid. Aw, man, there's only one left. Okay, so I guess he is in that river. See, sometimes I forget because the versions confused me a little bit. Before, I used to know it, like, by heart. I was just like, I knew where they're all at. I knew how to deal with it and everything. But it's like, now it's just like, keep forgetting.
We'll cross that bridge if and when we ever cross it for a 3D version.
Is he actually here? We'll do what? I said we'll do what?
We'll cross that bridge if and when we ever get around the 3D
Which
version.
bridge?
So
Oh,
don't worry
the
about
difference between the things. And... Oh wait,
Yeah.
no. He should be in the north area, behind the playground.
I thought that was exclusive. I knew about that, but I thought.
Yeah,
it was
see, that's what I'm
exclusive to the
talking
3D
about.
version.
I get
Ah.
confused between them. It sucks. But hey, it's what do you expect? They made it easier, I guess. To be honest.
Oh, yeah. For newcomers, it's easier.
Also, they made it kind of, I guess, less stupid. I don't know. I just keep forgetting is all. Ever since the new version came out. Come here. He's gonna get stuck in the corner. Or he's gonna get stuck on the plant, or he's gonna get stuck in the corner. Oh, no way, you finally got me. Alright, so you're gonna have to write down this
You might
code.
want to get a pen and paper.
You go write down this code for me. Yeah. They're pretty good for a deep
Get a
scrub.
notepad.
If you weren't human, or if you were human, then I could give you the original Bomber's Notebook and make you a member. What do you guys think? No way! No scrubs. By the way, that Bomber's Notebook is actually something very helpful for new players.
Does it even do anything in this version?
It does. It's just harder to read, is all.
I know it does something in the 3D version. I don't think it does in the N64.
It does. I'll show you when I get it. I guess not. Once we let some kid that wasn't human ever join our gang, and boy, did we ever regret that. Sorry, but I'll teach you the code just like I promised. I'll only tell you it once, so pay close attention. Are you ready? Aw, it's not. Actually, this is pretty easy. It's 5, 4, 3, 1, 2.
5, 4, 3, 1, 2.
That's pretty easy to remember. 5, 4, 3, 1, 2. Ooh-wee. Okay.
But yeah, if you didn't figure it out from the context there, it's random every time. so you're gonna have to write it down. I think the 3D version will put it in the pause menu for you.
It does.
I don't know if
This one does not. It puts it in. I think it puts it in the bomber's notebook, but I barely use the damn thing, so yeah. You kind of have to remember at the beginning.
Useless. Mostly.
So this minigame is completely optional, naturally.
Hey, you gotta go for Peace Heart, right?
So we're just gonna. I'm not gonna read text from guys like this. Basically, he's just saying gotta collect all the rupees in the allotted time. Basically, the idea of this game is all your rupees are here. All the rupees that you spent to play this minigame are here. You're just kind of like recollecting them and doing the minigame, and you have to just beat it in a certain amount of time. The first one is easy. The second one I think is the one that generally gives me the most problems, and then the third one gives me the second most problems. And it like most things in this game, it's different each day. So every day has something different, and that's how you're supposed to do things. For some quests, it can be a little tedious. For others, not so much. Because I'm doing the N64 version, unfortunately, I can't teleport to specific times of the day for certain quests. Sorry, Mayo, you're gonna have to sit and wait for nothing sometime.
Yeah,
that's only a problem in this version.
The biggest problem we're gonna have
for sure. But luckily, if you do buy this game, make sure it's not the Virtual Console version. Make sure you play the 3D version.
Oh, it's nighttime.
So make sure you guys play the 3D version, and then there's a lot of the thing that this game, or a lot of the problems that this game has in terms of like limitations and stuff gets fixed. So it's nice. Amazing, a new record. Take this. Whoa. Yogaidr? Or Yogaidr, as you would say. It's a strange name.
I don't think it's a perfect Deku name.
Yeah, I know. They're the strange ones.
So, do you have anything left to do?
Yes, I do have to go to the, what's it called? The clock tower, remember? I still have yet to go there. The Astral Observatory, rather.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
But once I do that, basically we have to wait until the third night. And I do have an idea of what I'm going to be doing there, and I can only do it on this version. I don't know if you have any idea what I'm talking about.
I don't.
So...
you're talking about the Scarecrow, right?
There's two. No, I was gonna do that, but yes, there's one thing you can do. If you deposit 20 rupees, you get stuff. So yeah, this is the bank teller. Wow.
That's another difference between this and 3DS. Yay!
Yep, she, them.
The bank's not here. And
They're there. They're here.
Central.
They're here. Yes, they're not here in the 3D version. They're This is actually completely gone. I didn't read the text because I actually had someone in my room. But anyways, with the Scarecrow thing, yes, that is one thing that you can do, but that is not what I'm going to do. There's a Scarecrow to pass time, and that is generally the best course of action if you want to just pass time. You go to a Scarecrow, he dances with you, he dances the night away. But we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be doing something actually more productive. Pass through here, you gotta say the secret code. Oh, man, I always do that. I always scroll through it so fast. So it's 5, 4, 3, 1, 2.
You put it in a 3.
I like fat fingered it upwards. Gosh dang it! How come this is actually like the hardest part of the game right here? I'm not gonna lie. Let's put it in this code. That's right. If you know the code, you remember, right? Okay, here you go. Because this kid's just like clueless to everything going on. Oh yeah, and the Bomber Secret Society, Justice Forever. Woo! These kids don't help anyone.
Not really. They pass through you a bit in the 3D version, actually.
What?
If anything, they're just a hindrance.
If anything, they're a hindrance? Yeah, pretty much. There's your first enemy of the game. We're going to ignore it. Lighting here is so weird after playing the 3D version. I have to like readjust to everything because I'm so not used to like the N64. Like the N64 version seems so like different to me now because it's been like 2 years basically since I last played it.
Well, there's a Scarecrow for anyone that wants it.
Yep.
You just talk to it there.
There's also another one in another shop which I will show you.
Yeah, there's one in the shop in West District.
So it's
I can't remember which one. I
bomb
think
shop.
it's the
Or not
trade shop.
bomb shop. Yes, it's a trade shop. Well.
It was either that or Curiosity.
Strange-looking child has joined me today. We can't see anything going on here. Are you doing
okay,
friend
we know
bombers
they're not
game?
making any
Yeah,
real
they're just moving their head
animations.
and stuff. Manners seem much better than those of the mischievous friend from the other day. Hernf. It's a weird thing to say. That ill-mannered troublemaker from the other day said he'd break my instruments. He said he'd steal my moon's tear, and there's no stopping him. Even now, just watch him. He's probably causing trouble around the clock tower. Will you gaze into my telescope? That is such a random thing to bring up. He's just like, will you gaze into my telescope? Just like, sure.
No, I forgot all these problems. Hey, do you want to look at my telescope? You do, don't you?
So, you're supposed to find him here, and
Never
because it's not daytime, there's not really much of interest going on here, but usually you can see other people doing things. You can kind of see the outside overworld briefly. You can see this guy just doing his own thing. He has no relevance to anything. The Skull Kid will be right.
Why are they there? Like, really?
I have no idea. I think they're just there to add more things around, I guess. I don't know.
I suppose.
And then the moon cried. Or at least dropped a tear. Oh yeah, he did the spanky butt one. I was hoping he would do that. He always does a random one of those animations too. Sometimes he'll just stand there and do nothing. Well, did you find the troublemaker? That loud noise, what was that? Perhaps another moon's tears falling by nearby. Go outside the door and take a look. I wonder how that troublemaker got on top of the clock tower. The only way up there is through the clock door, and opens only on the eve of the carnival. That is actually a pretty good question. You do wonder how that happened. You can just assume he floated. That's like the only logical
suppose.
explanation. You got it.
Either that or somehow climb.
Pretty much.
Somehow.
Yeah.
But why?
I doubt
Why
he
would you
climbed.
climb if you can fly?
I doubt he climbed it, but that would be the other thing. Okay, so we're now at the point where we have to wait until the final
Use the
hours.
Scarecrow. We're right here.
He wants me to use the Scarecrow, but I'm not going to because I have some more productive things to do. And trust me, if I don't do it now, it's going to be arguably worse later. Because you're doing nothing now, because I have nothing to do during this time. I opt to do something that you're only able to do in this version, and I will show you or explain to you why once I get to it. But yes, I'm going to give.
Are you in a glitch? Or...
It is a glitch, yes.
Right. We're only in part 1 and we're already abusing glitches.
Well, I think I really only use this glitch. I don't think there's any other glitches that I don't know. I can't think of any other glitches except maybe like Infinite Sword, but I don't use that. Wait, what was I doing over here? Oh yeah, I wanted to give this tier to him. Also, you have to talk to these statues. It's actually important. Once you get your sword, you hit them. It's very important you do that. Just want you to know. And unlike Ocarina of Time, you actually have to talk to these guys in order to give them quest items. I noticed all my wares and the carnival hasn't begun. I'm thinking of closing up shop so I can buy a gift for my wife and return her to my village. I've heard the stone called the Moon's Tear shines brighter than any other in the land. If you've got one...
Wait, did you happen to see the moon drop a moon tear like 5 minutes ago?
I know,
Not
right?
even?
I'd really like to get it from you. My wife would love it. I like how he just assumes that if anyone would have it, it would be me. If you give it to me,
Well, why not,
I'll
right?
give you my spot here, the Deku flower.
He's right.
I mean, yes, he is. I'm gonna give it to him right now. Ah, that stone. You must hand it over to me in exchange. I'll give you my spot on the Deku flower. Yes, Deku flower is included. And we got the deed. Woo!
Sweet.
The title deeds for this spot should be high in demand amongst Deku scrubs. Woo wee yow wowzer.
And now you gotta sit through the animation of them just leaving.
Yep. Goodbye. This animation would be relevant if I was doing another side quest. I don't know if you know about the side quest, but this animation is
Oh, I think
Yeah, the animation does actually.
for a piece of heart.
Yeah, it does have some relevance for a piece of art we will be getting later in the game. I don't generally get it early on, so yeah.
You can, I guess, as soon as you are able to leave the town, you can technically do it.
You need to have bombs.
You do? Well, you can get those right away too, can't you?
No, you can get bomb mask right away.
Just buy them from the shop.
You can get the bomb mask right away instead.
That too. Which makes actual bombs almost completely redundant. I think there's one part in the game that you need bombs for without the mask, and that's it.
I can't remember if I can do this right now, but that's what I'm taking a look for. Aha! Here, have this.
I guess you can.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You have to talk to him for us. Paper, please. Here you go.
Paper, please!
Yay! I like how his audio is. Yay! Oh, you saved me.
Save me.
And you hear the toilet flush and his hand just comes out. This fell down here. I'll give it to you. Thank you. First heart container.
First piece of heart.
Woo! Or first piece of heart, rather.
52.
Yeah. 52. But lucky for you guys, I know how to play this game. So there's one. We're actually going to be getting... I think just the 2 right now. So, you know this glitch. Probably. Only in this version, if you go do that right there,
I never knew
you can
could
go
do
outside
that,
and you
sense.
go to the town. Right. Now, if you're wondering why what I'm doing exactly, I'm farming rupees.
Are you just grinding rupees?
I am collecting rupees until it is the last night. And the reason why I'm doing this is because, for all you people that don't know still, there is actually a stuff you get that you need rupees for. Or you need, I think it's 5,000? So for an early start...
I think it's easier at the end game.
It kind of is, but it kind of isn't. You can question it being... It's a little faster. Because you can, this isn't supposed to happen. Okay, so the camera's supposed to zoom in really slowly while it transitions days.
Well, we're on emulator and we have weird visual glitches.
So you can't see it right there. That actually, I might need to work.
That could
I might need to work on fixing that. Also, the camera glitches out there because you're not supposed to be here. But the reason why I'm...
So you need to go back in the town now, right? For the second day of the minigame?
Yep. It's only 20 rupees, so I just gotta deposit 19. Wowee, 19. That's bad math. 29.
Not even 19.
Because it's 20. It's the way of the game. There we go. And then I'm just gonna be doing this. Oh yeah, I'm getting 3 heart pieces then. I was doing the minigame. That's where I was getting the 3rd heart piece idea from.
I don't know your route. I only know you've only gotten.
This is how I do the beginning of the game all the time. Even in the 3DS version, I know a farming spot for rupees. You know the clock where the clock tower is. It's a little more of a task to do because you have to go to the bank. The bank's a little further away. But what you do is, in the clock tower, there's 3 pots on the bottom floor, and basically what you do is you just keep going in and out the front door, and you just keep farming those pots over and over again. It's to give you a head start. I'd say it's worth it if you want a head start. Oh, it's only 10 rupees. I thought it was 20. I'm thinking of most other mini games.
In case you screw up.
Yeah, in case you screw up, I guess. You're right. So this one's the one I generally have more problems with.
Yeah, I remember having trouble with this one too. Like day 3 is easier for me.
So let's do this.
I mean, this one's not hard by any means. You can just float there and wait for it to come to you.
Pretty much. I think the hardest part just ends up being the depth perception that you have. And I can have some pretty terrible depth perception. I think that's what ends up killing me in this minigame.
Mm-hmm.
It can also be a little harder too for people because they gotta wait for what's it called? You have to wait for the platforms, or the people that do wait for them. It could be potentially a little harder for them. I don't know. It really depends. This one's probably kind of picky to do this. what I like to do is I just sit in place. There we go. We did it. Watch, I'm gonna fail like the 3rd day. Amazing new record. Take this, and he just gives you more rupees.
Oh, purple rupee this time. I'm so used to 3D version where they give you those worthless fishing spot tickets, and that's it.
Woo, fishing! You know, there's some people like very dedicated to it. I don't. I've never personally met anyone.
I will never understand.
I've never met anyone personally like dedicated to it, but I know there's people.
I mean, I'm happy for the people that like it, but
I remember when people like when the fishing spots were announced, people were like, "Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so great!" And I was just like, "Really? That many people are into the fishing?"
especially when you think of it like from Ocarina's standpoint, where there's only really that one spot that's honestly not even that great.
Yeah, and all you're doing there is story stuff. Dang. Okay, I don't have enough.
Wait, is there anything story related in the fishing spot? I thought it was optional.
Yeah, you need the golden scale from there.
Oh, well, you don't need to fish for that,
Yes,
do
you
you?
You do need to, in fact, fish with the golden scale. And you also need to do it.
Guess I didn't
I
do that
do
part.
think you need to do it. Well, you do. You do need the golden scale. I know that much. That's how you get into Water Temple. Well, no, not really. Actually, I lied. That's how you get the stuff to get to Water Temple. I believe is what I meant to say. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing this for a while. So just banter. We gotta banter.
The rupees. Actually, it is already noon.
Yeah,
Of
the
second
first
day,
3
so-
days always go faster than the other 3 days. That's one thing that I think people like who never played this game before, like when they first played it, probably got scared of is how fast the days go by, which makes sense. But the thing is, a lot of people like quit after this portion or never got this portion because they still think the days go too fast. This is like this day is literally, or these first 3 days, because you have no control over the time. They're literally faster. They're literally 2 times faster than the other.
I can say that, at least from my own personal experience, I had the exact opposite reaction. I stopped playing it because it was going too slowly.
Because wait, what?
Because it was going way too slow.
The time was?
Yeah. Here's the thing: the first time you're playing it, you're not gonna know where all these mini games are.
Yeah, that's true.
You'll maybe know about the Bomber's Notebook and the ferry. That's it.
Pretty much.
But that can easily be done in a day.
So now we get the big wallet. Or Giant's wallet, whatever you want to call it. Adult wallet. Giant's wallets.
Adult wallet.
It's later.
Tier
Yep.
2 wallet.
So now we get to go into big circles over and over and over again. And it might seem like a waste, but trust me, it is worth it in the future. Because you do need 5,000 rupees just for a heart piece. And there's a route that I know that you can do once you get... It's usually easier with light arrows, that's why I don't.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking endgame, because light arrows let you get like 50 or 100 rupees.
Not only that, but there's a route that literally gives you like 500 rupees over and over and over and over and over again, or a whole bunch of rupees as a whole.
I think I know the routes, but I'm not sure.
You start from here, and then you go, or you start from the bottom, or from south, and then you go west near Milk Road, and then you kill the thing in Milk Road. It's also kind of a risky route because the bird is there. Yeah.
That one drops 100, I believe.
Yep. Guaranteed 100. Or another thing you can do, which I also do, just this feature reference for everyone who's doing it late game too, is when you get light arrows, do Ikana Valley at night and just keep respawning the bubbles that appear there and kill them with light arrows. Yep, you get 100. I'm pretty sure you get, it's either 50 or 100 guaranteed every time. So yeah, wow, So now we're just gonna be doing this. It's almost the night of the second day, which is nice. This will probably be the part that drags out the most, because for the other stuff that we have to wait for, because some events happen at certain times of the day, which is the sucky thing about this version. but like we mentioned, but during those times, you can expect me to just cut it out for everyone else. Mayo's gonna have to deal with it. But for you guys, we'll cut them out because there's probably nothing that's gonna be happening. Like
Probably.
Cause like there's some quests I'm thinking of off the top of my head where I'm literally gonna just be standing there.
The ranch.
Yes, that's.
I can think down
that
off the top
one.
of my
That's
head.
one of them. Another one is Anjun Cafe. I will be standing there, waiting.
I think there's only one time in that quest that actually happened. So. Or, oh wait, this is on 64, so yeah. Who knows what's gonna happen.
Exactly.
But if it was 3DS, you'd only maybe have to do that
Because in
once.
this game, it boosts you 12 hours, or not even 12 hours exactly. It's like
It's to the next 12-hour
point.
mark, like 6 a.m. or 6
Yeah.
p.m.
So it's you have to wait for some events to happen. Like you have to sit and wait. Legit. You can't do anything about it. But in the 3DS version, you just you can set the exact hour that you want to teleport to. Which has to be like the
So much
greatest
time
feature they ever added to this game.
It's like the other features are nice, but
Nothing's gonna ever beat that feature. So yeah,
and maybe the revamped clock too.
just how it looks.
Since you can actually see the individual
Yeah.
things.
Instead of it just being
Where you
7.
can't see. You can kind of guess it, but
It's detected by the little lines, but nobody really.
they don't really work though because half of the time it's underneath the lines anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, see, it's getting once the middle of the moon approaches this next line, it'll swap to 9. See? It's harder to read this clock, basically. You don't really pay attention much to it, honestly, in this version. In the 3DS version, I definitely have my eyes more on the clock because I'm actually like, hey, what time is it? And then it gives you an exact time, and you're like, oh, okay. So I know that this is happening at this time, especially because the Bomber's Notebook in the 3DS version is very good with telling you the specific times of, like, everything that you need to do. So, yeah, it's really, really great.
Almost to a fault.
Yeah. The Bomber's Notebook... Actually, I take it back. The Bomber's Notebook is the best thing that they ever added to the 3DS version. Because for new players, it literally makes it so all the side quests aren't entirely overbearing and, like, really hard for you to know and figure it all out. Like, you just talk to someone, and then you can learn that there are problems from there, and then you can see their schedule and all that stuff, and then you can work from there. It kind of works in this game, but it's a little harder in this version.
It's a bit too difficult to really be worth using.
In this version, yeah, but in the 3DS version, oh no, use that. I was using it because it was so helpful. It's, you know how I said, I think in the Wind Waker Let's Play, I'm pretty sure, I'll say it here, I said, that it's, what did I say? I said, trying to remember, gosh, I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about? Oh my gosh.
Something about Wind Waker?
I know, I mentioned something in Wind Waker. What was it, though? Like, in reference to what?
Oh no, you
Oh,
complained about Final Fantasy 13 a
no,
lot.
okay. I remember what it was. Oh, yes, I did do that. But, I mentioned in the Wind Waker LP, and I'll mention it here. Which, by the way, the Wind Waker LP is on hold for this month until I'm done.
Yeah, I kind of figured that we would just write that in the
Yeah,
description by now.
we'll write that in the description, but I forgot to mention that. But anyways,
Yeah, I was just thinking
in the
that
Wind
too.
in the Wind
Whatever.
Waker LP, I mentioned that in part 2 or something that I have to schedule out and make sure I know what I'm going to be doing for each day. And the reason why I'm doing that is because it's harder to keep track of everything going on in this version of the game as opposed to the 3DS version. In the 3DS version, I can improvise and then do things from there. Also, you can have like a little notification thing happen in the 3DS version where it tells you, hey, we're going to be doing something, or or rather, hey, you have something to do, and then you're like, oh, okay, thanks for reminding me, or you know.
I don't think I ever used that.
I used it.
I don't even think I was able to figure out
I think
how
I
to
used
use
it once because I think it was for the ranch quest, because I was just like, I'm just gonna make sure I don't screw up and miss it, because at that point I was like, I'm gonna do something on the side, and I just want to make sure I don't screw something up, which I might plan ahead and do here. Which is why I said I have to plan ahead and figure out what I want to do on what days in this version, because I want to make it. I want to try to balance out times of doing nothing and then times where I'm doing stuff. Like for the part where I have to sit and wait at Romani's ranch, I'm gonna try to work things out. I'm gonna try to schedule things ahead of time, so then I'm not actually gonna just be sitting and waiting. Like, I'll have things to do at least beforehand, and then I might have to wait, like, 2 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever.
It'd be a little more tolerable than sitting there for once you're there for, like, 6 or 7 minutes.
Yeah, unfortunately for you, you have to do Anjun Cafe's quest twice, so you have no choice but to sit.
That's also true, isn't it? Because there's the thing that changes at the end, depending on stuff.
Yep, so that's one thing that... I'm probably going to cut that entire segment out and just say, hey guys, we're doing the quest again. See you guys when we get to the way end, because it's at the way end of the quest, because you have to do it twice. That's like the only thing that sucks about that quest, because it's like so heartfelt and so sad and so good.
I will save my statement until later, but I really don't think it's that great. I don't think it's bad.
The quest itself isn't that great, like what the things you have to do, but the...
Yeah, it just seems like a bunch of...
The moral behind it is nice and heart-touching and stuff. Oh, can't see anything.
Yay. Well, I think we know what we're doing now.
Well, let's go into the third day. Dawn of the final day. Whee! I love how the camera glitches out because you're not supposed to be here. Also, the music doesn't play here.
Oh,
so people have not heard it. They've just heard me spinning a lot, especially because no music plays at night of this. So yeah, I'm gonna deposit.
It's Hyrule Field anyway. It's the exact same song.
It's a good version though. It's not the best, but it's a good version. Oh yeah, I'm gonna deposit 100 rupees. I'm gonna deposit.
Yes. When you only have 66.
So the real question is the banker a guy or a girl? I have yet to figure this out.
No clue. And the 3DS version does not help any.
Can you search it up and can you please? I need to know.
You need to hear closer.
Yes,
I don't think anyone knows. I'll look.
There has to be a place where it's talked about. And unfortunately for you guys, because I'm also doing this thing where I'm just farming for rupees for the first part. What a boring first part, but that's kind of what you have to expect actually whenever someone plays this game and they know what they're doing. But anyways, there's a lot of stuff that happens in town. There's a lot of townspeople to meet. There's a lot of towns things going on. There's a lot of things happening, and it's very interesting if it's your first time. But once you've played this so many times, you know what you're gonna do, so you start focusing on that. And that's exactly what I'm doing here.
I'm not sure. It seems like the consensus in general is male, but no one has any direct evidence.
So people are just saying, like,
they're just assuming.
They're just like, I think male? Question mark? And then they go from there?
Pretty much. I mean, I don't know, maybe this is something that Anuma said or something, but I'm not seeing it.
Cool, I almost messed that up. I'm trying to get this one plant right here. It's gonna be a little tricky. Okay, that was the hardest one probably right there. Okay, and one more.
Got the one more, and it's practically staying in place, so no missing.
I thought I missed it there for a second. You put like pressure on me. Amazing. Literally every day, like, I think it's been less time. We've been had. You're obviously a pro and pros can't play here. Take this and don't come back.
I love that so much.
Such a youthful face, but we're really dealing with a fierce competitor.
Yeah, and then like for the rest of the 3-day cycle, they'll just hide from you whenever you get
Yep.
close. Like, it's Yogaidr, hide!
They're like, hide, it's him! Good times. But now we go back to farming.
Yay.
I'm pretty sure the majority of this part is me doing this. It's what you gotta expect when you play video games. We gotta make songs now. That isn't Yogaidr tier because that's that's its own thing, man. It's for the subscribers, made by the subscribers.
Not really, but
We can just pretend.
okay.
We can pretend they accessed my vocal cords and made me do questionable noises to create music. It's something. I don't know what to talk about now. I'm trying to figure something out. So how's your day been?
Apparently, Anuma actually answered that question about that some Zelda theorists seem to always complain about, which is the fact that the banker always recognizes Link and keeps all the rupees, even though the time travel is just a mess.
Wait, he acknowledged that? What did he say about it?
Yes. Okay. This is an interview from Game Informers. They asked, "Why is the bank vault and clock tower not affected by time? Why is your money always the same when everything else resets?" Then Anuma's response is, "Part of this is just the most practical answer. The bank needs to maintain your rupees, otherwise you lose them at the end of every 3-day cycle, despite the fact that it's really important to build up enough money to buy things in the game. We need to find some reason for stuff to stay in the game, and we consider the idea, blah blah, practicality." And this sort of makes sense in that world because every time he goes back to the beginning of that 3-day cycle, he goes back in time, but he stays who he is, retains everything that is part of his person. We thought that would kind of make sense because you could just look at your hand and say, "Oh yes, you were this person with this account and this is your balance."
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like whenever I thought about this, like without any sort of closure, like I just thought that's how it was handled. Like it was just. It's like it knows. There's something about like it's just like clocked into like some sort of system, and they just know. Oh, this guy had this much money at this time. It's not that the banker isn't unaffected by time. It's that like Link's bank account isn't affected by time, which makes sense. Okay, well, his official closure is like my official closure. I mean, that's like the only logical
I mean,
explanation.
it's practically word of God, so you can't really
Yeah,
argue it.
and not only that, but that's like the only logical thing you can make out of it. Because otherwise, the banker would probably give you like some sort of banter and be like, "Hey, you know this, you know that, you know," sort of thing. Because he would be actually a part of time, but or he would know what's going on with time itself. Because he doesn't, it's like, yeah. Also, we have about 8 in-game hours before we have to stop doing this. So probably about 1 more cycle, and then maybe 2, and then we're done. This gave us a lot of
I think
rupees.
you have to leave at in-game midnight.
No, 6 hours have to remain.
So midnight.
Oh yeah, you're right. Durr. For some reason, I was thinking you meant, or midnight meant like, I confuse the time in this game sometimes. Sometimes I think midnight means when it just turns nighttime. Because I think I'm thinking of like military time or something. Even then, that doesn't make sense. I don't know. Okay.
Oh, the camera. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
that happens.
That's the first time I've actually
The
seen
game
it.
doesn't expect you to be here, so it's a little glitch that happens. Because you're not supposed to be here. The game just assumes, or the game just like wigs out because it doesn't know what to do, more or less. I'm actually surprised we almost got a full heart container.
Yeah, all things considered.
We got 3 pieces.
Well, one more loot.
3 heart pieces. Yep, one more loot, and I would assume oh my goodness.
Oh, okay. So, Yogi decided to go mute for a minute. It's, you know, I can still hear him perfectly fine. He's just talking to some family members. Fun times. That is weird. He's saying someone is calling him, but he doesn't know what it is.
Microphone unmuted. Hi. Yeah, some people are calling my name, but I yelled and they're not responding back.
Is this like an actually prominent theory about Majora's Mask?
Which one? There's a lot of prominent theories.
And they're almost all bullshit, but
You know,
it's kind of Zelda theories and just like I feel so bad for this. You know, it's just because of bad storytelling. But
this game has
they're
good
never gonna admit to that.
Oh, hold on now. Hold on now.
Oh. Fun mute times again. How many rookies do you even have now? It's 661?
Alright. Oh,
You know, you could probably get away from
I'm going to
really
stop the recording for a brief moment. And I will be back in a moment. By that, you guys will see a quick cut. So be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I just noticed what the heck was going on with the pause screen. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. And you said I could get away with doing it once more. Yes, I could, but I'm not going to. We're good here. So now we're going to wait at...
Yeah, don't forget about that heart piece over there.
Wait, right here. This heart piece right here.
Okay, so you got an extra heart already,
Actually,
right?
at the end of this part, I will have one heart piece. I'm going to have a full heart container, rather. The door, I guess it opens...
Oh wait, that's only the 3rd piece? I thought that was the 4th.
3. I will get the 4th one before we end this part off, just because it's super quick and easy to get. It's the one in the park, so...
Oh. Okay, so you're not going to end it the minute you get back to normal?
Nope, I'm just going to get that heart piece, and then I'll end it.
Okay, well, yeah, it is really
It's like
so.
literally like 1 minute of detour, if even. So yeah, this is us. We're just waiting, you know, waiting for this here to open. There we go. I think we were mentioning something about theories before I had to skitter off.
That's vaguely.
Only one theory, I believe, and only one theory.
I can't hear you at all. Your mic just got super quiet.
Define super quiet. Is it fine now?
Okay, now I can hear you.
No, there's only one theory I believe in, because it's the only one that logically makes sense to me. Don't stop now. Look, you can get from up there. Oh, we can't hear the great music, the scary Final Days music. It's called the Tower of Babylon theory. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's the only one that makes sense.
I've heard it.
To me.
I don't buy it, but
Have you read it all? It's a really long theory.
I've read part of
It's
it.
an extremely long theory. It's the only one that makes sense to me. In context
it
of
relies
the
a little
world.
too much on coincidence.
Sis! Ah!
But that's kind of a problem with theories, just in general. They rely too much on coincidence.
Ah, Tail. We've been looking for you too. Kind of, yeah. But this game is based off theories. It's like Dark Souls, though. There is a story. You just have to figure it out. It's the thing. All right. So, hey, Skull Kid, what if you gave that mask you're wearing back now? Hey, come on. Are you listening? Hey, listen. Are you listening? Swamp, mountain, ocean, canyon. Hurry, the four who are there, bring them here. I've never understood why Tails said that. It made no sense. Speak out of line, stupid. Don't speak out of line, stupid fairy. Yeah, like literally, it's out of line. It makes no sense. No, what are you doing to my brother, Skull Kid? Do you think you're our friend after that? It's the most random thing to just spout. Well, whatever. Even if they were to come now, they wouldn't be able to handle me. Hee hee. Just look above you. If it's something that can't be stopped, then just try to stop it. Oh no! I'm gonna say if it can be stopped. Now we get to fight our first boss of the game, technically. Except not technically at the same time, because I don't think it'd be really fair to call us the boss. So, we have 5 minutes. So we're just gonna spit at him. With a tiny little balloon. Or bubble, rather. Also, the ocarina...
Okay, you're cutting out a lot. I can't understand what you're saying.
The ocarina, I don't know why. I bet you it's just Skype or something with you. You got the ocarina of time back. Princess Zelda gave you this precious instrument. Suddenly, memories of Princess Zelda come rushing back to you. I'll check in the recording if it's all fine. I'm pretty sure it probably is. You are leaving this land of Hyrule, aren't you? Yeah. Even though it was just a short time, I feel like I've known you forever. I'll never forget the days we spent together in Hyrule. And I believe in my heart that the day will come and I shall meet you again. Until the day comes, please take this. Is the... Oh, the video of the back... The flashback isn't showing.
Oh,
I'm praying...
Well, it doesn't really matter
I'm praying
anyway.
that your journey will be a safe one. Yeah, it just shows Princess Zelda. That's about it. If something should happen, remember this song. This one's like the easiest song to just remember. You know, one thing I do out of instinct is I play the song the first time in sync with when you're trying to learn it.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, I don't. After that, I just play it super fast. I'm just like...
Well, that's pretty much how you should do
Exactly,
it.
because it's like cinematic effect the first time, and then the later time it's just like, oh, you're just doing the song at that point. This melody lingers at the edges of the mind as a song of memories of Princess Zelda. I like how...
That's how you should use the ocarina. I mean, like, the Wind Waker and the Howling and Twilight Princess, you can't really do that because it's forced to a pace, but...
Pretty much, the goddess of time is protecting you. If you play the Song of Time, she will, I think, save you or help you, or one of the two. Not save you, but I think it's help you. Snap out of it! What are you doing, lost in your memories? Get yourself together. Getting that old ocarina back isn't gonna help us. See, he doesn't understand, man. Or she, rather. Somebody, anybody, goddess of time, please help us. We need more time. It's like foreshadowing. And I always have my ocarina on my C buttons, no matter what. So I'm technically only using 2. Why is Tile green? Oh, I know why Tile's green. It's just really weird. How long did you get that instrument? That's a good question, actually.
Very good question.
I also do it kind of in sync with this cutscene. Cutscenes I do in sync with too, just in case, because again, cinematic effect. But if I'm doing other songs, like Song of Double Time, I'm just doing that as fast as I can. Save and return to the dawn of the first day. So we're going back in time and we lose Deku Nuts because that's all we can carry right now. There you guys go. That's the first cycle of Majora's Mask.
And they're showing us this again.
I think they just show you this to give you an idea that you're going back in time, though you don't go back this far at all. You just go back to the first day.
I think it takes you back to right after you meet Smiles there.
Imagine if you could control time and just go back in time before this happens so you can stop it from happening.
Then this really would be the shortest Zelda game ever.
Yes, it would be. Oh, what just happened? Everything has. What is everything? Everything what? Started over.
And that beautiful moon. just as gorgeous as
Oh,
ever.
where are you anyway? The song you played, that instrument. I forgot I have to actually turn it to a human. I yet to do it. So yeah, I guess I will stop the part here. I didn't think about that.
Okay,
Wait,
well, sorry to get your hopes up for that one heart
an
piece.
instrument. The mask salesman said that you got if you got the precious thing that was stolen from you, you'd return you to normal. Did you completely forget that or what? Okay, so that's what I want to note, and I forgot to at the beginning of the part. The Happy Mask salesman does not. He says, once you get back your precious thing, I can help you. He doesn't say, once you get back both of ours. He just says, get back yours and I'll help you. Just help me get mine. It's really weird. I don't understand that logic. But
Oh well, that's how it works.
But yeah, so the game saves every time you restart the day, and it also saves at those owl statues, but we can't hit those yet. And the owl statue saving is terrible in this.
That's another thing they changed in the 3DS version for reasons I really don't understand.
Because they're shit in this game.
It's weird. Statues are used as teleport points, right?
Yeah, but you also saved in this game. You have to turn off the game if you use that save point.
Oh.
Ooh, so yeah, that's Majora's Mask Part 1, guys. Things will come quicker. That's probably going to be the slowest part out of all of them. Maybe there might be one or two like slower parts, but get ready.
The only time I can really imagine that happening is if you take a really long time in one of the dungeon temple areas.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's this part. Thank you all.
Even then, that's gonna happen until at least the second, maybe a third.
Third what part?
No, the dungeon temple. I don't know what they call this game. It doesn't really matter. There's only 4 of
For
them.
the record, dungeons are gonna be one whole part, and if it takes longer than an hour, well, too bad. I'm dealing with it. So yeah, see you guys in the next part, where we play video games and don't just flip around, and we do stuff.
Because that would be silly.
Yeah, we will actually do things. Because not much was actually accomplished in this whole entire first part.
You got a bunch of spare rupees. You got 3 heart pieces.
I mean, in the long term, it's gonna be like it's a lot, but in the short term, not really.
Yeah, well, I can definitely say that part 2 is going to be more destructive than part 1. Because there's just so much you can
There's gonna be
do.
a lot of things. Because the game is totally open at this point. But we'll see you guys in the next part. Goodbye.
Bye.